All right, tea freaks, it's time.
Episode 402.
Deal with it. You might be wondering, where is episode 400? Good question.
I don't know. I think we left it somewhere. Our production value was through the roof.
Yeah, you got the burps, my man.
I
Tea
do.
burps. Okay, we are drinking some old rap.
2007. So this is from Darius. Thank you, Darius. He sent it to me over a year ago.
It's only improved.
Maybe 2, maybe 3. I'm not totally sure. But it has been hanging out in the TeaDB to-do bucket, which was kind of a bucket that hung out there a while during the beginning of coronavirus.
Very true.
So we are back at it, and we can finish the sample. I think I did have this once. I don't remember why, but something about it was interesting enough that I was like, ooh, I should do this with Denny.
Cool.
So I think it's kind of a different ripe Fuluyuan cha, who is done by Dengshihai, who is like kind of an important historical figure for Pu'erh. He wrote like a big book or something like that. So this tea is made by him. He's Taiwanese, and so yeah, made some ripe.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
And we're just some weirdos who get to hang out and drink it.
Yeah, this is exactly who he had in mind when he made this ripe.
Oh man. It would just be like the saddest, like you're on your deathbed, like, you know, whatever God is just like, yes,
Yeah.
and all the people enjoying your tea, and it just flashes to like us.
Yeah, it goes to me and I'm like, Mom test?
Definitely.
Yeah.
You ultralight backpack with this tea? Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's like the last thing you see is just like, Daddy be like, this is great.
It's worthless.
Yeah. And then we pull out like a can of beets. He's like, what the fuck is happening?
That's right. Product placement, pearly gates. Deal with it.
Yeah.
Alright, so this definitely looks like a ripe Pu'erh to me.
Yeah,
Ripe
yeah.
or old or both. Smells great. And lots of sediment in here, so I'm trying to be careful pour if we can. Ooh, that's hot.
And Denny, you are a year-long ripe drinker, right?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that one of the only teas you drink pretty much all the time?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
I would say so, yeah, pretty much. One of the teas that I drink that I don't really feel like I have a season for.
Yeah.
Maybe drink a little bit less in summertime. But not much.
Yeah. So the color is rather light for a ripe.
Wow.
What's the smell like?
Very strong.
Smells like ripe.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
Maybe a bit of Chinese medicine in
I was
there.
going to say, a very medicinal shop. Here we go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, very
good.
very medicine shop. It tastes a lot like it smells. A lot of that sweetness that is just very kind of like Chinese medicinal sweet.
Not as, a little vanilla-y, but not as much. A little woody, but not as much. This is an interesting ripe Pu'erh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely makes me think that this tasted very strongly early on.
Yeah, yeah. It's pretty. It's somewhat rare to run into sort of like these more custom made by a small operation ripes from this era.
Right.
I feel like it's become a lot more common. I mean, these days we have like Yunnan sourcing white tea, even on the Western front, making a bunch of different ripe productions, slapping some wrappers on. So this would definitely be early as far as the sort of like boutique ripes go. So
Right.
it's interesting to see. So this would kind of be more like the Wild West for someone like Dengshihai making this tea.
Very strong. I get the impression that if I were tasting this blind, I don't think I would be able to tell people that this wasn't deeply aged raw Pu'erh.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, almost bitter. And I'm going hard on the steeping here.
Going hard.
These are the kind of teas that can handle it, especially this age profile on it. Yeah, ooh, beautiful. Very dark.
Very nice woody aroma to this. The aromatics to this are kind of nice if you're into this sort of profile, which I am.
Very interesting. Different. Huh. I'm enjoying this.
Cheers.
Yeah. Kind of a ginseng thing going on.
It definitely tastes less
Interesting.
ripe than like some of the other ones. I just wonder if like the fermentation was a little more controlled and held back to some extent because it's not like, I don't know. It's like it has a lot of the characteristics, but it's not like all the way there.
Yeah. It's
Ooh, yeah. There, I just got a hint of sharp bitterness to it.
yeah. It's not that I'm overbrewing it.
No, I don't think so.
Definitely an interesting.
Yeah,
I mean, I agree. This definitely tastes to me like it's not processed traditionally.
Yeah, I mean, this is a teenage ripe Pu'erh, so I mean, like ripe Pu'erh is pretty mellow to start. So 14 years, Taiwanese operation, I believe, too. So probably storage is in Taiwan. So that's not exactly Beijing, as we saw from our previous cheese.
Huh. Yeah. Right. Definitely kind of a quixotic.
Yeah.
SAT words.
Oh, there it is.
Did you
know they did a study
God,
on TeaDB and we raised people's SAT scores by 2%.
Yeah.
Double blind.
They took the participants that would watch TeaDB out of the control. And everyone else rose up. It was great. Oh, man. All right. Cheers to that.
Cheers. Ooh, yeah, it's getting even stronger.
It's really weird. Very different. Not what I would traditionally call like a center of the bullseye ripe Pu'erh by any stretch of the imagination.
This tea is slowly reminding me of why I wanted to have this with you and bring it on. Just because it is so different, isn't it? This is not a typical ripe at all.
Juicy hints of bitterness, but all the flavors are still the right profile. It's like the bitterness is a very autumn wood bark, and it's all in the same kind of category, just strong.
Yeah, and it's not overpowering. Some of the ripes I've had recently, like some Lao Manos, they can have that sort of very specific bitterness to it that feels a little uncontrolled. Here it feels a little more integrated into the leaves, so I think it's a lot more palatable. But it's kind of weird to say, but this is a 14-year-old ripe, probably aged in Taiwan, that I think could age more.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe much more. I don't know.
It's crazy. It just makes me wonder what this tasted like originally. This clearly didn't taste like what anything we would probably have called a red Pu'erh to start.
At least what we're used to as far as 2021 production.
Yeah. Very interesting. I don't know if people can get... How do people find this? No?
Good question. I mean, I barely remember how I could find the sample, and I was like, oh yeah, this one. So, yeah, I don't know. I do some Googling and hunt for the dark web.
The T-Dark Web?
Yeah, the T-Dark Web.
Tor web browser. Get those...
Yeah.
It was hard to find teas.
Buy a disposable computer and start hunting.
Oh, man. Well, definitely always fun to bring something on TeaDB that is a surprise.
Yeah. Do you like it?
I do.
Yeah.
It's just very different.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste like... I mean, it does taste like a ripe Pu'erh, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
It tastes like a raw, but then it doesn't taste like a ripe.
Yeah.
Really strong, like, lingering flavor. Not something you should try for getting familiar with this category.
Oh, no. It's just different. This is just not a good representative.
Vanilla,
not because it's
creamy.
bad. It's just different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mom test ultralight.
Wouldn't do this on the ultralight test because this is one of those ones that just feels like it's kind of a
T-head one.
Yeah. No offense to my ultralight backpacking friends. It just would be too bitter, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Some ripe pu'erh you can just let it just. I don't know.
Yeah. This seems like it's easier to brew than like maybe the raw from last episode, but harder to brew than like 95% of ripes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very interesting tea. Wouldn't pass the mom test, I don't think. Definitely kind of a tea nerd tea. Thank you for showing it to me. I don't know. These old ripes are interesting because they're still hard to come by. Not many people have been doing aging ripe pu'erh, or not only just like having it coincidentally age, but actually intending for it to age.
Right.
So this is one of those teas that I think ends up doing great with age, and if you can find it somewhere, give it a shot.
Yeah.
Good luck. If you like the video, subscribe to the thing.
Get your mom to subscribe.
Text your mom you love her, or your dad, or your dog. Send your dog a
Definitely
DM
your
on IG that you love Fluffy. We'll give Fluffy a like.
Yeah, we are a pro Fluffy show here, YouTube show.
Yep. Fluffy does not pay us that much. Anyway.
Big dog.
Petco's affiliate links. Okay, YouTube.
I like where your head's at. Yeah.
Do the thing.
Yeah, thank you to Darius for sending us.
Thank you, Darius.
Yeah.
We'll see you
Good
guys next
interesting
time.
tea. Cheers.